When you're buying real estate in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, you're always going to be pushed with a choice, north or south of North Saskatchewan. The battle will begin here. Let's go through some pros and some cons, and let's figure out why real estate has always historically been lower on the north side versus the south side. The commute is always a little bit shorter to downtown from north side communities. Because you're not having to cross a bridge when you are commuting to the downtown, you do take off about 10 to 15 minutes of the commute, which is really great. You are further away from the airport and further away from Calgary. One advantage of living in the north side is if you are working in Fort McMurray or you are working for the military, the north side tends to appeal to those type of commuters because you are taking away that extra half an hour to 45 minutes commute when you are going to Fort McMurray by vehicle. North side versus south side parks. We're at Beaumaris Park and Beaumaris Lake. This is a beautiful, well-established lake that was built in the 1980s. It's a beautiful walking trail around the lake, and it has beautiful lakefront homes. In the south end of Edmonton, there is SOUTHSIDE, Lake Summerside. There is a lot more lakes and parkland that has been established over a few years back. So I find when you're looking at real estate from apples to oranges, if you do like going to parks and having more proximity to walking trails such as this, you will be a little bit more hard pressed in the north to find that versus the south. South versus north, why we would say that the real estate has always appreciated more in the south. So U of A has always been this pinnacle of higher real estate values, and it kind of pushed out from there. I find the north end to be a little bit more cyclical in prices versus the south, which is a little bit more steady. So if you are looking for a steady rate of return, south side communities are probably the way to go. However, because of the real estate, the way things are expanding and the sprawl, the further you are out from the city center, sometimes the lower the property values tend to be because the commute tends to be higher to get to the U of A and downtown communities. Now, Windermere in the south side is its own little small anomaly of a community. Summerside is like that tend to go up higher in value. The real estate is about 10 to 15% higher on the south side of the river of Edmonton, and it tends to go up at a steady rate typically. So if you are thinking about moving to Edmonton and you are wondering which area of the city to invest in, I can help you with all of those. I've been a realtor for 18 years. My name is Stanko and I'm with RE/MAX. Thanks for joining.